Following the first event at Red Bull Racing in February, Aston Martin have returned to Monaco to unveil the latest styling of their hypercar to customers, the Aston Martin Valkyrie. The exterior styling still features the stunning silhouette of the original model, but there's some subtle yet vitally important revisions.
We've got a model here which shows our development of styling within Valkyrie. I mean, it's really important at this phase to keep the customers up to speed with how the program's developing.
So the styling of the car's evolved quite a bit since the original car we showed. It is very much in the details though. The overall concept's still there. There are elements that we've really developed with Adrian around the aerodynamics. It now has two very distinct vents in the front clamshell, which is basically making the front wing work a lot harder and better. Around the rear of the car we have the exhaust, which is now exposed and becomes quite a feature, a very fluid feature down the spine of the car. And for the first time we're showing the production intent on the front and rear lamps of the car.
Part of the beauty of being a Valkyrie owner is you're coming on the journey with Adrian and myself. So you're seeing the car develop in front of your very own eyes, and this is an update for them where we're seeing more of the principles of aerodynamics, the outlets, if you like, the changes in surface language to get the maximum out of the aero benefit of the car.
The new show car features an interior which allows you as deposit customers the opportunity to sit in the car and check out your future driving position.
This new version is very, very close to production intent, so we're probably about 90 to 95% finished. We have to sign off the tub in the next 2 or 3 weeks. The tub is the bit that you sit in, you sit against, so it's critical that we get customers in, they enjoy it, they like the space, because we're about to sign that off.
This is the first time for people from the outside world to see the interior of the car, and that has been a huge amount of work. The way we construct the car, the tub is the exterior, the interior and the chassis all at the same time. So on the inside of the car, the big thing is I don't think anyone's believed that two people can get in the car, and I think even this morning we've had our first customers in it and they all come out beaming. They can't believe, they describe it as a TARDIS inside. So, you know, two gentlemen, 6 foot plus, broad shoulders in the car, and that's a big miracle that we've achieved there basically.
The key highlights really are emphasizing the package. It's emphasizing how close you sit to the occupant next to you if you're the driver. It's the driving controls, it's the screens that you'll have.
You see the screens inside the car, so we have no mirrors on the car like you'd normally have. You actually have cameras buried in the front fenders, and you have screens either side of you that are very much in your vision line that is quite unique.
It's all exposed carbon. There are some padded areas, some areas that will be Alcantara or leather if the customers choose. There's a steering wheel which is removable, but that is all the major key controls of the center of the car, if you like, the start button, how you change gear, but that removes to make it easier to get in and out. And then obviously the pedals come to you, so it's a moving pedal box. So you sit strapped into the tub, we adjust the pedals for you, we fix that, and then there's a degree of variability that we give to the customer. And of course the steering wheel is yours to specify how you want it in terms of the materials, the colors, but effectively it's got all of the driving controls on the wheel.
When we were going through the early stages of the concept, we looked at many different concepts for the doors. In the end, we've ended up with gull wing doors, and that's through real practical testing. We've had two what we call package bucks, and we had lots and lots of people, different heights, get in and out of the car and basically test it. Gull wing is the easiest way. You literally stand in the car almost like a Formula car and drop yourself in. With the other designs, you ended up hitting your head or doing something like this. So this was the perfect solution.
So the lights that you see on this car are from a company called YPAC, and we're using the latest technology in terms of LED technologies and how the lights will work to turn around corners as you drive the car into the corners, but it's also about lightweight structures.
One of the biggest things, the innovation in them, is the way we've gone about designing them. So if you look at the beautiful bit of engineering that is F1 suspension, we've sort of taken some of that and put it into our headlamps. So it's quite deconstructed, all the elements, all the engineering elements are visible, and this is winning as 30-40% as a weight save on the lamps versus a normal road car.
The tail lamps are tiny blades, so again it's about reducing weight, and it's an idea that we've used previously in the Vulcan that we did 24 cars of. It's just a simple light blade, and we have the smallest high-mounted stop lamp in the world.
So you'll see on the model we're showing today the wheels. So they are a disc-shaped wheel that we're working with Adrian to develop on. So this could be an option that we'll offer that gives an aero benefit to the car.
So if someone is considering this as a track car, what we've shown is the aero package car basically. So it's a disc similar to an aero bicycle, and it's really important to get the maximum airflow down the side of the car. Everything does fit, and now guess what? Customers fit as well. I fit. I'm 198 or 6'4", and I sit and fit in the car easily. It's 1,000 kilos and 1,000 horsepower, and everything you need to make that work on the road is packaged within the car.
So the car you'll see has very low ground clearance, but that's because we have an active suspension system on the car, so you can actually raise or lower the car depending on the road use. So you can raise the car significantly to go over bumps, or depending on what sport mode you're in, you can lower the car to a very, very small ride height indeed.
That's all about creating that layer between the road surface and the car to maximize the airflow and also create and generate ground effect. So this car has incredible top speed, incredible acceleration, and incredible G-forces in cornering, and that's all because of the airflow that goes underneath the car.
I think to drive the thing will be otherworldly. I think it's the targets alone, and you drive cars that have maybe some similar figures but not all the performance figures this car has. I think it will be absolutely mind-blowing to drive. It will make the best sound, a V12 sound. It will be glorious. So the car is very light. The weight target is incredibly difficult, and just to give you an example, we've even designed the badge on the car is 98.5% lighter than a standard badge. It is so thin you have to measure it in microns, 7 microns, and it has no aero effect, so Adrian's kept happy as well. It's the most difficult project I've worked on in 15 years, and that's why it's so special. You know, we had a customer say it today, and it's wonderful to see a customer say something that we realise, that it's just nothing, it's done like a normal car. It is designed ground up. Every way you execute something in it is just through the best way you can do it, not just the conventional way.
Back in the UK at Aston Martin and also at Red Bull Advanced Technologies, all the detailed engineering work continues, allowing them to meet the target of having a running prototype built by the end of this year.